Hello and welcome back to Minecraft, Venuscraft modpack. Now, last time let's see, what was I doing last time? Last time I had just come back from the magical forest biome over there, and I finally got some silverwood. Woohoo! Which means I can finally start doing some those arcane alembics and start getting the stuff I need for my arcane infusion altar here, which is very nice. Now, something else I said I was going to do in the meantime was get some new boots because my old ones died on me while I was over there inside the magical forest biome. So I came back and rebuilt my boots and luckily got a great enchant on it. Haste, repair, and blast protection. Very nice. And with the repair means just like my pants and my helmet, it will automatically repair itself over time, so I don't have to worry about fixing it myself. And I also made a new chest piece because my old one also fell apart. And just like my boots, it now has repair as well as projectile protection and thorns, which is very, very nice. But yeah, I managed to get that done. Got some new armor. And something else I said I was going to do was I was going to work a bit more on my road as well as a garden area over there. Now, I replaced all this cobblestone with this brownstone road here, as well as adding this stone brick stairs to the side of it to make this kind of gutter effect. Now, it didn't really go as well here because I switched to slabs for the main portion of the road, but I think it turned out fairly well. What do you guys think? And I managed to get it all the way down here, and I kind of ran out of materials and didn't feel like sitting there clicking to make more brownstone. Now, something else I said I was going to do was I was going to make a park. And here it is, my node park, as well as my silverwood tree. Look at this. I used some gravel to make a kind of broken pathway here. And I ended up copying this design I made for this first altar thing and just replicated it for the other two. Though I did switch up the brick to bloodstained brick for this one, which is just smooth sandstone with, I think it was rotten flesh to make this stuff. And just like the quarried stone, you can turn it into these kind of bricks as well as these etched stone as well. And this one I used infernal brick, which was a bit more of a pain to make since I needed soul sand as well as nether brick, combining those two to make this stuff. But I like the way it looked, and it goes with the color of the aura node. So I liked having that, and that one goes with the color of that aura node since it has a fire in it. So yeah, and I added some stone brick walls around the edges of it. I didn't just make a complete loop of stone bricks and I broke it up in places like this just to give it a more natural feel to it instead of just having one straight square wall all the way around, as well as some stone lamps. And right here in the center, I dug out a nice little area for this waterway to create this little island out of stone brick, so I could put my silverwood sapling and have it grow. And it did. It actually grew. And as you can see, it grew up very, very nicely. Haha. It took forever for it to grow, though. And just like I thought it would, as I was saying in my last episode, it did, in fact, change the biome we are in. Well, it didn't change the entire biome, just the immediate area around the silverwood tree, as you can tell by the different color grass here. And if you look on the interface right there, you can see it says magical forest biome and switches back to Savannah. So unfortunately, it is on a block by block basis that it changes it, which is unfortunate, though still helpful, I guess. And the reason I say that is because mana beans, which are those pod things I was getting when I was in the magical forest, can only grow inside of a magical forest. I mean, I tried planting them on a normal tree here before my silverwood grew, and the seeds would just pop off and they wouldn't grow. So hopefully there are enough blocks that there are enough singular blocks next to each other that I can actually have a tree, or at least some logs, inside of a magical forest biome. Oop, here we go. Here's two squares right next to each other. Because if I'm not mistaken, though I may be, I think the tree itself, or the logs, have to be inside of a magical forest biome, as well as the seed pods. Because I tried putting it on here, and I'm not exactly sure if this tree itself is on a magical forest biome block underneath it. So there is one adjacent right here, and I tried putting it on, but all it does is make me try and eat it. But hopefully, aha, it works. So I'm going to put these mana beans on here and try and let them grow. Because the ones I broke were bigger than this, and I think they might actually get bigger than the ones I broke when I was in the magical forest. I'm not exactly sure, because that one only gave me one bean, but I'm thinking if I can let these grow big enough, they might actually give me more than one bean, and I might be able to actually farm these, because these are an ingredient for some of the thaumcraft infusion altar things. In fact, let me show you what I did, because while I was waiting for this tree to grow, because it took quite a few in-game days for it to grow. Let's see, do I have my book? Yeah, there we go. While I was waiting for it to grow, I did a few more research things. Let's see, what were they? And a few more things opened up for me, such as all of these, which are bone wand, obsidian wands, and all of these are those type of researches that you can just click to purchase them. I haven't done it yet because I'm not sure I have enough of the raw essence to actually purchase them myself without combining more to make it. So I'm going to wait on these, especially since I researched this, which is the silverwood wand core, which is an arcane infusion, which is silverwood, all these shards, a bunch of liquid essence that needs to be bottled up around the place, as well as this, which is salus mundus, which is a raw ingredient, which you can either make it through ethereal essence and a shard, or mana beans and a shard. So if I can start farming these mana beans, it will save me from having to go out and either find random wisps, which I would probably have to go all the way out to the magical forest to get them, and they are a pain to try and kill. They're flying around and you can't really melee them, and trying to hit them with a bow and arrow is annoying. So getting ethereal essence off them is a bit of a pain. And the only other option would be to break nodes, and I don't really want to do that. And something else I got was a magic stave, which is an enhanced version of the greatwood rod. It uses 2 greatwood rods as well as a primal charm, which needs another salus mundus, a bunch of other magic shards. And the benefit of this is it can hold 125 of each type of viz, which is much better than the 50 viz that the normal wand, greatwood wand, can hold. Unfortunately, it cannot be used inside this crafting bench like this. It's too big to fit in here, so you can't use it for that. But it can hold a lot more viz, which means you can go a lot longer without having to refill it, and you can just blast away with it, which is very nice. Plus, it is big enough that it can actually be used as a weapon. So I might make one of those. Or I might go for this, which is silverwood staff core, which might actually be better than this. And once again, it's one of those purchasable ones, but I don't want to do it right now because I am a bit low on a few of these essences. Another thing I did research was thaumium wand caps. I could have gone for silver wand caps, but I did not think it would be worth it since I already have gold. And I'm guessing both of these are probably more or less the same. Plus thaumium, I think, I'm not sure, and I won't be sure until I actually do the research for silver wand caps, but I think thaumium's probably one of the best ones you can get. Unfortunately, unlike the previous wand caps, the gold caps, you don't just make them like this and stick them on there. You have to actually put them in the arcane infuser and infuse them with Salus Mundus, which means I need even more mana beans. So I'm going to have to wait on this until I either have enough of the ethereal essence to do it or the mana beans to do it. So yeah. And I think that's everything. Oh, I did unlock the wand focus warding, which I have no idea how I unlocked it. I still need to do research on it. But for today, I think that's good enough. What I am going to do today is start working on the stuff I need for arcane pedestal, for my arcane infusion altar. All the jars and stuff, and the arcane alembics and arcane alchemical furnace, as well as some of these warded jars to store all the liquid viz inside of, and maybe some essentia tubes. So first and foremost, what the hell is that? First off, I'm going to make an alchemical furnace, which is just a crucible, a furnace, a bunch of these arcane stones, and I'm going to make a few, I think 5 arcane alembics, because you can stack up to 5 arcane alembics on top of the alchemical furnace. And you need 5, which means I'm going to need 5 viz filters, a bunch of iron, some iron buckets, some gold, more gold, and 5 silverwood logs. Now, I'm also going to need some warded jars, which is just some slabs and glass panes, as well as some essentia tubes, which is some quicksilver, which I did melt down. I put all of my cinnabar inside that redstone furnace and melted it all down in quicksilver, so that should be no problem. Some more iron, glass, and gold. And then maybe a few essentia valves as well. Now, all of this stuff is going to take a lot of viz, and I'll probably have to run out and refill my wand here and there. So this is going to take quite some time, and it's just going to be me crafting and micro crafting. So I think I might just skip this, because I don't think you guys want to watch me. I mean, I just showed you what the recipes are, and you don't really need to see what the recipes are. I mean, you can just look here and see this is what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, I think I'm just going to cut right about here and then come back once I have all this stuff made and maybe refilling my wand and stuff like that, because I'm probably going to have to refill my wand more than once in order to make all this stuff. So yeah, be right back.